Hello everyone and welcome. We are going to make a fabulous gift set today. I'm excited to show you a custom little template that I created for a special little gift bag that will hold your note cards that you make. It's going to be a cute class today. We're going to create 4 note cards using our white note cards and envelopes. And then we're going to create the bag that they're all going to go into. And it's all going to coordinate. It's going to be the cutest little card set. So I am glad you are joining me here today. And I'm glad those that you could join me live are tuning in. Hello, we got some people popping in now. That's awesome. Quite a few people. Okay, lots of eyeballs coming in right now. I can see. I must be popping up in everybody's feed. So welcome everyone. This is day 12. I can't believe it. Day 12 of 25 days of lives that I am doing in a row. And we have had quite the variety of things that we've been creating so far. The first 11 days we've done some technique, we've done some monochromatic cards. I'm trying to think what else we've done. I've got them all in a box of Funfold, and I am going to, at some point, I will do a little review and I will show you all the cards from the 25 days. So it has been so much fun so far. And yesterday I posted, if you guys would like to see something today, making note cards, 3x3 minis, or tags. And over 50% of you actually said you wanted me to use some note cards today. So that's what I'm going to be creating with today. Having said that, I think everyone who posted in the comments after that, maybe 1 or 2 people said tags, but everyone else said how they would love to see some 3x3 little cards as well. So I don't know if that's what you meant by the note cards or not, but we're going to do the Stampin' Up! Size note cards that are 3.5 by 5 today. We are going to do some 3x3 little minis tomorrow, and then we're going to do a little step up on Sunday. So we have got a great weekend of crafting planned, and I just posted the times in my feed. Today were 3. For Saturday and Sunday, it is going to be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll be able to find me here, okay? And I will also give the dates or the times for next week as well, coming up once the weekend is over, so you know when to catch me live, okay? All right, so I am joining you here from the west coast of Canada. My name is Sue Phillip. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have been doing this for about 18 years. My daughter Katie got us started in this crafty adventure, and I have loved every minute of it. Now I am so grateful that I get to connect with all of you and share what I love to do. So this is why we're doing 25 lives, as a thank you, and I'm excited. We're only halfway. All right, so I'm going to head down right to my crafting area here, and you're going to see I've already done some textures. I'm going to walk you through the products that we're going to be using. I've got some stuff that I want to share with you as well. I'll show you what the note cards look like, and we actually have a couple packages of different note cards, so you'll be able to check that out as well. Okay, perfect. Lots of you popping on from near and far. If you are new and just happen to stumble across this amazing crafting community here, welcome. I love seeing the familiar names as well. Those of you who have been hanging out with me for a long time, and some of you I have seen are coming back to check things out again. So welcome everyone, and I hope your day so far is going well. It's going to get better. You're going to be inspired to get out those note cards and have some fun with them after this. Okay, so we are going to be I've got some layers already created here with our circular embossing folder, and I just did it kind of in all different, the circle kind of coming off of all different directions. So we're going to have some fun putting these onto our note cards today. This is going to be the backdrop for some really quick and easy note cards. I'm going to keep the cards just simple and cute with a little bit of texture because I love texture, stepping things up. But they're going to have just an element on them, some texture and a greeting. And then we're going to hop on in and I'm going to share with you the bag that I created for Lori and I did the birthday fancy kit together, our virtual bingo kit together. We had a great time and I love doing events with Lori. It allows me to be able to create with not only everyone in Canada that hangs out here, but you know, we also, then I get a chance to actually have a Zoom and create with some people from the US too. So if you follow and you want to join in and actually do a class, that is going to be the time that you get a chance to create with both Lori and I on a Zoom, and we have a lot of fun together. We're going to be planning a couple more, definitely one for the holiday season, and we might get in another one before then as well. Okay, we just want to check out what's coming out for the holiday season, and I had a look at it yesterday. It's amazing. It is amazing, some of the stuff that's coming out. I love it. So I will definitely, I'll let you know now, I will definitely be doing one of my paper and ribbon product shares from the holiday catalog, because there's some gorgeous papers and elements and ribbons and stuff in there. And it's the best way to get a little bit of everything without having to buy full packages. So it's very popular. I will be doing up the information and getting that set up for sign up. Okay, so just letting you know, we're going to be doing that again. Okay, so for the note cards, you saw the layers. These are the size of the envelopes. Okay, and then these are the note cards. So they do come in a package of 20. So you get 20 envelopes and 20 note cards. They're really thick, sturdy. Like, I think they may even be as thick as our thick cardstock, because they're definitely thicker than our standard cardstock. I'm just comparing here. If I could have a little piece of regular here. Yeah, these are definitely thicker. So they are a very you know, good quality note card. They're nice and thick, quality cardstock. And then you've got the envelopes. So it's perfect because if you want to do some quick scrappy cards, or you need to make a whole bunch of thank you cards, or just cards to have on hand and do up a stash, you could make 20 of them with one package of these note cards. Okay, so we're going to use 4 of them. That's right, I was showing you this box. So this, I digress today. So this is what we created with just one of the card fronts from the fancy birthday kit that is now available. It became available at the end or the beginning of July. And I created this little box so that it fit regular size cards perfectly. So when we made the cards, then we could pop it into here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, and I already figured out the recipe, is we're going to create a little bag like this today, only we're going to make it for the note card size. So not only are we going to decorate up 4 note cards, but I'm going to give you the recipe, and you can take a picture and stuff of the template to create a little bag like that, so you can put your note cards in it and you can give it as a beautiful little gift. Okay, so that's on the program today. All right, Christine has a question. Would that cardstock be called cardboard cardstock? That's a good question. I just know that it is just called, yeah, note cards. but it is definitely thicker than our regular. So I'd say it's the same as our thick white. Okay, about that. All right, so 4 elements for the cards. I am going to be taking, this is one sheet that comes out of the Wildflower Birthday Specialty papers. And I love these papers. They have got not only a couple sheets, I'm going to take all these elements off of here, not only 2 sheets that are like this, and we're going to actually use this on one side of our little bag and one of these little tags. So I'm going to cut this piece out, okay? But it also has a couple sheets of all of these really beautiful die cut images that are floral and cakes and balloons. I have used quite a few of them. I'm on my second package of this paper, and you can see there's bits of gold in here and on the images as well. So that's why it's specialty paper, okay? But I'm going to end up using this piece, but I wanted to just show you that this top little section, all you have to do is just cut this section off and then cut these in half, like cut them in between, and you have got 5 really cute tags. You can just add an element to it and a little greeting, and you've got some quick little birthday tags or thank you tags depending on the image on here, like the flowers. This one has the flowers, so they're really sweet, and that's just within this one piece of the paper. So I'm going to cut this one out, and I think I'm going to use this one here on our 3D project that we're going to be doing. So you're getting not only note cards today, but you're getting a 3D project too. We're doing it all. I was going to make the box one day and decorate up the cards another day, but I'm not very good at just waiting. So you're getting them both today. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these elements apart like this. Okay, and this is what I would like for on one side of the bag. Don't you think that's going to be cute? I think that's going to be really cute, and you could even put the person's name on there. I think, and we're going to frame it up. It's going to be adorable. And then because this one is close and easy, I'm going to, I might use that for something because it's so pretty. We might make like a little tiny tag to hang off of this little bag as well. So I'm going to put these to a side. Like, look at that. That's going to be really adorable. And then look, I've got a cute little piece that I can put on another little card, as well as cut these up, and these could be card fronts, bits of layers. If you're making something like a scrappy card and you want to use 1-inch strips, you got a few of those on there. And this would be like another card front if you wanted. So that's a great little sheet that's in the package. Okay. All right. So I've done all that I need there. Let's make some note cards, shall we? How is everyone doing today? I hope you're having a good, what day are we? Friday? We're Friday, right? I'll tell you, I'm just putting down some white just to kind of block the light that's on the glass mat. It has been a creative frenzy here for the last few days, and if you know me, if I have scraps left over from one card, like I posted today with our retro circles, I can't just leave it at that. I have to use up the scraps. So I was actually up fairly late last night because after I ended up creating with the circles, I'm just going to burnish our note cards here. I had scraps and stuff from like the last 3 or 4 days, and then I had created second samples with them all, and I had die cut extra pieces. I had all the ink pads and the embellishments. So last night at midnight, I decided, okay, I have to start fresh today. So I ended up cleaning up, putting everything away, and it is amazing how just having some order in your crafting area just clears your mind and fresh ideas come in. So it was like I had to clear out the old, in with the new. Okay. So I am feeling pretty organized today. That's good. All right, so let's get out some glue. Do you guys have that? That sometimes you just gets to the point where, you know, I've got 2 packages of glue dots out because I couldn't find the one that was right in front of me because I had so much stuff out. So I grabbed another one. That sort of thing, right? I know you guys can all relate because that is who we are. We are crafty people. And sometimes it can get a little messy. All right, so one thing I want to point out with these papers that I have textured, this is again, that circular, there's a technical name for it. It came out, let's see here, probably a year ago, and there it is. I had my page of my textures. Where are you? I should mark it off in my book. There it is. Okay, so it is called Dotted Circles. Very technical. Dotted Circles 3D. And it is a larger one. It is 6 inches by 8.5. So you could literally texture an entire card front if you wanted, right? You'd have to line it because you'd have just a bumpy card, but you could do that. I'm glad some of you can relate to crafting chaos, right? Yeah, every once in a while you just have to clear it out. All right, so that is the texture I'm using, and I wanted to point out that what I'm using here, it's a lighter layer, and this is our two-tone cardstock. So if you aren't aware, we have got a line now of two-tone cardstock. It comes in every single color, okay? And it has a light, this is one side, and this is the other side. This is the exact same, see? But this is the other side. So you can see the difference in color between the light and the dark side. Now, the bonus to this is it is a lighter weight. It is fabulous for layers on your card and for scrapbook pages. It allows you to also do some techniques on it because it is a white core cardstock. So let me just, well, I'll just rip this piece. Oh, do I need this for something? Yeah, I do. Hold on. I'm not ripping that one because I need it. This piece I don't. But this is it here this is Pool Party. But when you rip it, it gives you a white core. So it's got the white core to it where our cardstock, our regular cardstock, which is amazing quality because it is so thick, and it is the ideal for your 3D projects and your card bases. It is dyed right through to the core. There's only a couple mills that will do it, and Stampin' Up! has always had it so that it is dyed right through. But for some creations and techniques, it's nice to have the white core. And in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little emery board here, and I'm just going to just lightly sand, just to show you that you can expose. It's hard to tell on this one. I should have picked a darker color to experiment with, but you can expose when you texture it and just gently run a sander over it. You can expose the white core. So see how now I've got white there? Okay, so it's fun to play with and it's great for a layer, okay? And I'll show you in a second. One thing that I found, because I've got like every color in our cardstock already, like packages of it. I didn't want to go and buy like a package of every single color in the two-tone. So I'm going to show you what I ended up getting, and it has allowed me to have a great variety of different colors that I can play with in one package. Okay, so I'll show you in a second. So I'm just starting by adding the textures onto. Now that I've sanded one, I feel like I need to just quickly do a little sanding of all of them so that they're the same. So I'm just going to do just a little bit. I actually have like a four-sided actual sanding block that's really fine grit, which I usually use instead of these little tiny emery boards, but this was in the drawer beside me, so just so that you know, you don't need a fancy sander. You know, you could make do with just an emery board. Okay. So it does add a little bit more depth and texture to your 3D embossing, because it adds that little tiny bit of white. You can also, what I find that is nice to do on textures, you can sand them, or you can just add, you know, a little bit of blending on it too, and that brings out the texture as well. Okay, I might have to bow out as I still have my grandson here. That's okay. That's what the replays are for. You know where to find it. Here. If you can't find it here after 30 days, you'll see it on YouTube. Okay, so you can see this one was just a different area of the embossing folder because it's such a big embossing folder, and it's kind of nice to have it coming down from one corner. So with a big embossing folder like that, you can definitely have some fun with it, especially if you're doing layers on a 3D, or sorry, a 3x3. You can texture quite a few of them at the same time, which is nice. Okay, there is our third card. And we'll do our fourth one here, okay? We got California in the house, it looks like. Hello and welcome. I'm gonna do this one coming from this side. Okay. So we are decorating up 4 quick and easy note cards with our wildflower birthday dies or our little tiny pieces from it. So our little elements sheet that is within the package of paper. And then we are going to create a custom little bag that, this one is for a regular A2 that I created. I have rejigged it so that it will fit our note cards as well. Okay, what are the measurements for the embossed piece? So our standard note cards are 3.5 by 5. So these pieces are 3.25 by 5.25. I do believe. Yep, 3.25 by 5.25. Okay, so just like a regular layer on a card, but it's smaller. Now I'm going to take elements and we're going to put them on. I have got balloons. I have got flowers. Let's see here. I've got the cutest little cake here. And I've got another big floral piece. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Now I did have, I thought, a little peach cake as well, because I was going to put that on the front. Just have to find where that one went. There it is. I knew I had it out. In fact, I think I might, Let me see. Nope, I'm going to put this one on the actual box. Yeah, on the gift bag. I'm going to use these two for the gift bag, I think. All right, so all we need for this, some dimensionals. This, oh my gosh, isn't this the biggest sheet of dimensionals? This is the biggest sheet that I've ever seen in a package of anything, but it came in the Birthday Fancy card kit, and so did tear tape and glue dots. You got a lot, and as you can see, I have all these left over, so I'm using them up. Okay, so I want to strategically look and see. I've got a pink cake, so definitely for the pink cake, we want to put it on the blue. Look at that. Yeah, so I'm going to start with that one. So you can see these are going to go together fairly quickly. Let me just, I need my little scissors, or not so little. Like that. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to pop these off of the texture. Very easy, just like that. We might add a bow on the little cake stand, maybe on you know, the flowers here. We'll see, but that one fits on there perfect. Isn't that pretty? Like, easy. We're going to put a little greeting on there. I've got some great tiny little greetings that I'm going to use. Now, again, I just want to see which is going to go best on that. Pink on pink is pretty, isn't it? So I think I'm going to do one floral on blue. I'll do this one on blue, this one on pink, because I think that's beautiful on there. So this is larger than the actual card. I'm just going to trim it down because you can go off the edge. You can. There is crafting past the edge of the card, right? You can just trim it down. So don't worry, you don't have to have a complete full image on a card layer. If you have a stamp that's bigger than your card layer or an element like this, you just chop it to fit. And it looks quite cool when you trim it to the card. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one. There we go. So I'm going to just turn it over like that. And I just have to just trim everything that's over the edge. And it takes on a different look when it's within the frame of the card. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Easy as that, okay? Now, if you were doing full-size cards, this would fit on there no problem. In fact, there's 2 sheets of each of these. Like, I'm just using up the last of the second sheet, but there's like twice as many of all these elements. And I did probably about a year ago, I made some beautiful cards with some of these elements just on the front of a full-size card, and then you don't have to trim them, and there was a little bit more to them, where this is just very simple and cute. So we did floral on the pink. Now we're going to do one on the blue. And I must say, I am loving the polka dots in the backdrop as well. Let me just see here. I just got to make sure how this is going to go up. I need a little bit more embellishment up here, as well as distressing the actual dots with a little bit of sanding. It just adds a little bit of character in the background, almost like a vintage feel to it. Talking from someone, I call it distressing because me and a friend for, oh my goodness, for a couple of years, we were huge into refurbishing furniture with chalk paint. I've refurbished a few things. I've got an old dressers and a hope chest, some side tables, we would actually, people would drop off their furniture. We would distress it for them in different colors of chalk paint and do some custom orders. It was a ton of fun. So whenever I get to get out the sandpaper and do a little on it, that always reminds me of refurbishing furniture. So it makes me happy. Okay, now we're going to do this one. Told you they were going to be quick and cute. This wildflower birthday, it has a very similar feel to the birthday fancy kit, because it has the beautiful elements and they have gold foiling within the paper, and I think that really adds to everything, having that just a little bit of shine built in. It reflects. Okay, that's floating like that. That's perfect. We're gonna just trim the tails of those balloons. Adorable. Okay, so there is our cute little note cards. Okay, I'm going to zoom out here so you can check them out as we go. They are so pretty, right? And that foil, the gold foil in there, really helps. And it just happens to be that the sun's shining in and hitting them right on cue. It's like I was planning on that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a couple little greetings that are going to go on there. I have still got out, I am loving these because they're tiny and they're cute. These are the stamps that were in the Birthday Fancy. It's a stamp set that was in it, and it has, I have it right here. It has a little for you, which I'm going to put, I think, on the flowers. It has a time to celebrate, which I think would look cute with the balloons. I think we definitely need a let's eat cake on the cake. And happiest birthday. You know what? I am going to, or maybe sending birthday wishes. I don't know which one. Wishing you another year as sweet as you. See, that's cute too. I might save those two for the box. I'm not sure. We're going to wing it. I'm going to do the birthday. I'm going to use a, let's see here. I'm just going to use white, I think, to do these little greetings. So I'm going to stamp out a few of them. And I think for this one, we could do something that's a little bit wider. I think for the cake and the flowers, I want something skinny because I don't want it to go over too much of the image that we've got. Okay, so let's see. Whoop. Well, that's a good start. Look at that. Nice blue thumb. Let's get rid of that, because we all know what will happen there. We'll have a blue mark on our lovely white card. So let's get rid of the blue. So I'm using Misty Moonlight. It's one of my favorite blues. It's just a happy blue. I'm gonna do one over here too. Like I said, I haven't decided yet, so I'm gonna stamp a few of them. And then I'm going to do Let's Eat Cake. That one's definitely going on the actual birthday cake one, but it might just go on the little box as well. We'll see when we get to it. And then I'm going to do a little for you. Be nice to have a little variety of greetings. So we'll do a little for you. And then let's see here. I wanted to do this one. Wishing you another year as sweet as you. I think that one is cute. They're pretty skinny. We might be able to get away with one of these ones too on one of the balloons, sending you happy birthday wishes. I think that will work. Now I just have to get a thicker piece of white. Let me just grab one. Whew. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to stamp just a couple of these ones. Okay, wishing you a year as sweet as you. And let me just grab one more block. And sending you happy birthday wishes. Okay, so we have a bit of a variety, which is perfect. And we can cut these up and we can put them on these cards. Then we're going to create a fabulous gift bag to put these in. Okay, it's like a little mini class today. You'll be able to grab, I mean, if you don't have these note cards, I love them. I always have a couple packages handy because you can create one of these little bags that we're going to do, and I'm just going to chop up some of these while I'm at it. And you could put just 5 cards, right, in each one. So that would mean, you know, 5 times 4, you could make 4 bags, and you could put 5 cards in each, and you would have 4 little gifts, right? Or you could do 5 bags and put 4 cards in each, then you'd have 5 little gifts. And you could also probably put in like a skinny little chocolate bar. I bet you one of those Ritter Sports would work. You could even make a box for the Ritter Sport to go in. I do have a YouTube video on that one. We've done that one a couple times over the years, haven't we? With those yummy Ritter Sport chocolate bars. Okay, there's a for you. Got a squeaky cutter here. Do we have it? Let's eat cake for you. Happiest birthday. We just need the thicker ones. Here they are. And then we're going to be set. We'll put them on the cards. Okay. I think I need to oil this or something. A couple of you were asking about this little cutter that I use all the time. It is a perfect size, especially for card fronts, little greetings like this. I love it. Rather than bringing out my Stampin' Trimmer, which I love that too. But for little things, I love the little mini guillotine cutter. Unfortunately, it was a promotion for Celebration, a little join special for Celebration many years ago, and so they do not sell them anymore. I'm hoping that, see, look at that. That's going to be perfect. I'm hoping that at some point they will bring them back because a lot of people have requested them. So who knows? If we're lucky, we might see them again one day. All right, so I'm going to put that just over top of the knot. And look at how cute. Perfect. Now we're going to do a little Let's Eat Cake. And I'm going to need maybe a little side piece for this one. Let's see. Again, I think I might do it over this area because I don't want to cover up. They are so handy. So true. I don't want to cover up the actual cake because it's just too pretty. So I'm going to use a little tiny bit of liquid glue. I'm going to put in behind here. Doop. Oh, that was too much. Gentle. It's going to just pop out a little bit. I got a little carried away with the glue. Okay, let's see. A little bit seeping out. That's okay. It'll dry. All right, so there's that one. Let's Eat Cake. Okay, let's bring in this one. I think needs something skinny again, just because And I'm going to tuck it underneath the leaves like that. I love doing that. So that it kind of goes just in with the greeting there. We're going to put one, let's see where this is going to go. About like that is what I want. Oh no, it's got to go about there. Let's see. I'm going to just add my dimensionals there. We're going to add glue, I am sure. Let's see, let's tuck it like that. Come on, there we go. I like to have it flush with the texture, and just with the leaves just tucking underneath. So I'm going to need to add a little more glue, but let's just be a little bit gentler with the glue there. That's a bit better. Okay. Yep, much better. Okay, so there's our happiest birthdays. Adorable. And then this one I think can handle one of the bigger greetings. I think this one would be cute with wishing you another year, or should I just do for you? Maybe I should just do for you. Yep, I'm going to do for you. And we'll put it like that over top of the leaf. Cute. Okay. Again, a little glue. Do you know what it is? This is a new glue. And I'm storing it upside down, so it's like just waiting for me to open it so it can just come flying out. It's excited, wants to be on the cards. Okay, wants to join the party. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Embellishments. I'm thinking yes. I had just some simple pearls. I think we need to do something very simple. So I'm just gonna go with what I had here yesterday. When things are quite busy because the background's got all the dots, we're just going to kind of play with it and put just a few little pearls on here like this, and maybe one on our little greeting there. Okay, so there's one. We're going to put one on one of the balloons, one down here, one over here. 1, 2, 3. I think that should do it, and maybe one up here. Okay, so a little bit of shine. You also have the shine with the gold, right, in the paper. I'm going to actually put a pearl, why not, right in the center of that flower. Yep, and in the center of this one, like that. It's like it's meant to be there. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to put one down here. Okay. Yep, looks good. Okay, a little one. I don't want to put it in the center. That's too big of a center of a flower. We're going to put one there. Looks like I have some glue on the edge. We'll put one off to the center here. Whoop. Or to my finger. 1, 2. This one might just get 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I'm going to put one down there. 4. And we'll do another one just on the blue. Like that. Yep, that works. Okay, so there is note cards done. What do we think? Super cute. This is, it's a beautiful, these are all images that are just die cuts out of the Wildflower Birthday. So it's a sheet of them, and you get so many. And these are the larger elements that you get in it. And look at how perfect those are, okay? Now, we are going to add, because we have got the little note cards, and the note cards are very cute, but I think we need to add something to them. Let me see how wide these envelopes are. They are about 5 1/4. So I'm going to bling up the envelopes too, because these are going to go in a really cute bag that we're going to create. And so we want the envelopes to be fun as well. So we're going to add just a little something to the envelopes because we want this whole gift bag and note card set to look fabulous. So I'm just going to just quickly add across there. So we're going to go just like this across, and I'll trim them up in a second here before we put them in to the actual bag that we're going to create. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to be using that Misty Moonlight. I never checked to make sure my envelopes were the right way up. Yep, I'm good so far. Because I'm just saying, it's been done before where I've created something fabulous upside down. Right? We've all done that. It's okay. We're among crafty friends. We all understand. Oh, I want the little bumps to be up. Okay. So there is our envelopes. Cute. Look at that. They're going to look so cute with the cards. That little bit of gold on them. Just trim them. Okay. All right. So far, I'd say we're doing well. Looking good, right? Okay. Matching envelopes and cards. Now, we're going to create the actual little gift bag that these are going to go into. Okay, and to do that, first of all, I'm going to show you my recipe. This is it here. Okay, I got a little bit of glue on there last night, but I didn't want to redo it. So this is the recipe. If we need to do a little screenshot, you can definitely do that. I'll do another copy that doesn't have my glue smush on it, and I will post it on my page as well. But if you want to grab a screenshot while I've got it here, go for it. Now is your moment. Let me just see here. There we go. So what I'm going to do next is I have already cut a piece of 7 1/4 by 9 1/4 cardstock. Okay, like I said, I am going to use the Misty Moonlight. It is the darkest blue that is within these images, and I love it. It's one of my favorite colors. It's what I did all the stamping in, so it all coordinates nicely together. And we're going to start scoring it on the short side here. Okay, so this goes together really quick, and I wanted to design a bag that wasn't hard to put together. It's just literally 4 score lines, 4 little cuts, and you glue it. It's that quick. Okay, so we're gonna go in. This is the 7 1/4, and I've got it at 3/4 of an inch, and I'm just scoring from the one side. Okay, and then we're gonna turn it around, and we're gonna go in the exact same on the other side. So 3/4 of an inch again. Perfect. Because my theory is, if something is too difficult and has too many steps, then, you know, you're not going to, you need like, okay, a day where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. Where if you have something simple, but it's still fabulous, then you'll be able to, and you have a package of note cards, you've got some pretty papers and stuff that you can do, then you can create a bunch of these in one day, and it's so satisfying, right? It really is. When you get a lot done in a day, it is so satisfying. Now, you may have seen my post. I mean, it may be one of those things where you get into your craft room and it's like this crazy different time zone, and you think you're only going to be an hour in there. And next thing you know, it's like, you know, bedtime. And then you realize you're actually hungry and you're still creating, right? Because a couple hours has gone by, or hours and hours. All right, so on the long side, which is the 9 1/4, I am scoring it at 4 1/4, and then I'm scoring it at 5 inches. Okay, so that is it. That is the 4 score lines. So 3/4 of an inch from each short side, and then basically 2 score lines to create a 3/4 of an inch space down the center. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to burnish all of these score lines because it makes it so much easier for you to be able to see. Okay, and to tell you the truth, I actually haven't made this size yet, but I took the note card, did the sketches, ran the measurements, and we should be good. Let's hope it turns out, okay? All right, so we have got all our score lines all scored. This is exactly this. You see that? Now, where these little dashes are, you are going to cut. So I'm going to take my scissors and get those little bits off. And I'm going to just cut up on these score lines here to that 3/4 inch score line that's going across. Okay, so basically I'm creating this little tab. See that little tab in the center? That's what I'm creating. Okay, I'm going to spin it around and we're going to do the same. Now, I did realize that I didn't bring my ribbon over here. I didn't even pick a ribbon yet. So in a second, I'll have to grab some ribbon. But what we're going to do now, and I'm going to show you on here because I find it easiest visually if you have something that you can kind of follow. So next is on one end, okay, you're going to put some glue, but you're going to put it on the underside, okay, but I just don't have the lines on the other side to show you. So these are the little side pieces, and what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of glue on this tab and this tab first. Okay, so let's get out the liquid glue. And I'm still using my liquid glue because I find that with the liquid glue, it allows me to have a little bit of wiggle room, right? It doesn't set up instantly. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to square up this side and just glue that tab. I'm trying to show you, but do it at the same time, okay? So you can see, I'm going to fold this piece back. It'll be easier. Hold on. Visually, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here, okay? So I'll fold that back for now. So see how I'm gluing that one tab like that? I'm going to do the same here. In fact, see how easy it is when you have it actually on your work space like that? Just hold it, give it a couple seconds. But using your workspace for any type of 3D project, you know what? That is, it's a tool, right? This workspace is a tool because it's flat. As long as you're working on a flat surface, it's flat. So you know that if you hold this down and you square it up, that it is going to be square. It's not going to be crooked when you go to put it together. Where if you're trying to do it and you're hanging on to it, you may end up twisting it slightly and it won't end up square. Okay, so we've got that set up. Now these sides here are these original sides, right? But I am putting glue on the underside here. Okay, so this was the opposite side of the paper. I'm going it there and here. Not the prettiest glue job, but that's okay. All right, then I'm going to take this piece, close it, and wrap it around the sides. And again, I am using, you see that? So I just closed it shut. I had the glue on the outside, there it is there. And I'm using my work surface so that it's nice and flush. Getting my, don't want to stick my finger in there because I don't want to pull it apart. So I'm using my bone folder to pop it down the side, hold this part shut, and I'm pressing on it from the inside. Okay, same with this side. Now, at the end, if you stick around, I'm going to show you a whole other box that I did for 3x3s. It was a class that I ran, I want to say probably, well, the papers and stuff would give it away. I think they came out maybe 3-4 years ago. Look at that. There we have it. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to decorate it. I'm just going to decorate as I chat here. But it came out quite some time ago, and I made like a box that actually closes, like more like a pizza box, where this is going to be like a little gift bag that you're going to have your cards in. I mean, if you don't want to put your cards in here, it's still going to be a great little gift bag that you could use for jewelry or something. Okay, I'm going to put that on there like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same on this side. Now, what I could have done is decorated up the panels and then put the finished panels on here. That probably would have been the smarter thing to do. But glue's on, so I'm going with it. Gonna pivot. I may have to trim up. The reason why I was thinking that is, let's see how big this is. Oh no, that's gonna fit, that's perfect. It's this one that I'm a little more worried about. Nope, I'm gonna make it work. I can end up trimming that off. Yeah, that's gonna work fine. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do just a couple little greetings, and I'm going to do them, let's see here, unless I could just do them in white. I'm gonna do that. I was going to get fancy with the embossing, but you know what? Because everything has color, I actually think that the greetings will look better just on the white. So I'm gonna go with the white. And I know we have some that are cut left over here. I know I've already got like a happy birthday, but I want to have one that I want it a little bit longer. I want it to go all the way across, I think, for the cake. So I'm going to, let's see if I can get tricky with this cake. Let's see. Well, you know what? It can balance in the middle. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to put happiest birthday on here. Okay. So this is going to be a little birthday gift. Is it me, or do you keep freezing again? Freezing briefly. Okay, let's see what else I have open here. Seems to be later in the day. Hopefully that will help. Sometimes it does a little bit of freezing up. And I know it's not the computer because this computer is new. And I got one that could handle all of the extra, the streaming, all that sort of stuff. It was my Christmas gift. Okay. There we go. So we're going to put that on there like that. Then I'm going to pop this onto here. Okay, and because it's a gift bag, we can add some dimension to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to add that onto there. Perfect. Hold on. Slightly crooked. Can't have that. Okay, we're good. Good. Okay, and then we'll add some little embellishments and stuff in there. In fact, I have a little banner that I might put on there. We have a couple more elements that I could use. And then on this one, I'm going to put the pretty flower. And I will just put a little for you. Okay, so we'll just add these onto here. Like that. Oh, you know what I was going to use? Hold on. We're going to change gears. Yeah, we are. We're going to do this. This is what I was going to use, remember? Perfect. I'm going to put that on there. So we've got, I forgot I had cut out that piece. So we've got our happiest birthdays there. And then we've got this where we can write a little note on it if we want. Or we could stamp just a little for you in the corner. Forgot about this little piece. So I'm going to do just a little for you down there. Like that. And we are going to pop this on. I like that better. It just frames it in nicely, right? There we go. We are close. We're going to pop them all in here in a second. So there's that. And there is that. Now, I do have like all of these little elements still. So let me just see. I was thinking maybe, like, how cute would that be on there? What do we think? Like a little banner? So I think I'm going to pop that down. I think that's pretty adorable. And it adds just a little bit of gold in the space. So I'm going to pop, get my glue going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to add a banner here. So there's lots of elements that are left that you can definitely use. There's that one. Okay, and then I can just trim this at the top. Okay, so there's some banners to go with the cake for the happy birthday. And then for this side, I mean, we've got the balloons. What else have we got here? We could do one little single one over here that's popped up off of the page. And then I'm going to add a little glue on the bottom. And then I think that that is good. We're going to add a few little embellishments. But that's kind of cute to have a single one over here. Okay, so this is down flat. And then there's a dimensional on top of there. So that balloon's kind of rising up off of the page. So there is the one side. Here is the other side. And now we are going to do the ribbon. So I'm going to grab just some, let's see here. Let's do, I've got, I think I might just do some nice light white ribbon for this one. I also have this pool party, but I think I'm going to do the nice light white. So I'm going to get out my hole punch and we're just going to pop a couple holes. Let's see here. We're going to go in right there and we'll go 1. Oh, come on. 1. Then we're going to go on this side about the same. 2. And then this side. 3. And then I'm eyeballing. I can see where the one was on the other side, so it's about here, like that. And there we have it. So we've got all of the little holes in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed through like this. And I'm going to feed through here like that. Just going to make sure I have enough ribbon. We can always trim it later. And then I'm going to feed through from this side. Okay. So what we're going to end up doing is tying these together. I just want to make sure, see how my little handles are? I want to make sure that they are long enough, not too long. So I want it about there. So I can tie this ribbon off like this. Okay, 1 and 2. It's a nice cotton ribbon. And then I could just trim it. Okay, and there we have got our cute little gift bag. Isn't that sweet? I'm going to add a few little pearls onto here. Let's see here, like 1 and 2, and maybe 1 over here, like that. And then we could do the same on this side if we want to. Maybe put 1 on the balloon, a little one here, and a little one here, like that. Okay, so there is one side, there is the other. Now I'm just going to pull this back like this, and now we can put our cards actually inside our little bag here. Okay, so let me just see. We're going to go and we're going to take our envelopes and we're going to put our cards inside. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, and then we have got our 4 envelopes. Now these cards had quite a bit of pop to them, right? There was quite a bit of dimension on the cards. And look at, they all fit in there. Perfect. Look at how cute that is. Okay, if you wanted to, you could add like another additional little tag. Remember the other piece that we cut out? That was more like a tag. It would be quite long though, but you could do a little tag or a small tag and hang it off the actual ribbon. Like this one here has a little tag here that says for you. Okay, so you could do a little tag on there as well, or you can just leave it as is. But there is, that is full, as you can see in there, because I had texture on the cards as well as all the elements popped up. If you were just going to do like one-dimensional cards, I bet you could fit 5 in there, maybe even 6 if you didn't have all of the elements on it that these ones do, okay? But I think that's the cutest little gift bag and a great little hostess gift if you're going to a barbecue this summer, a teacher's gift for the kids for the beginning of the year, for a coworker, or just, you know, if you're having a group of girlfriends over and you want to give them a little something as they leave, right? This would be a perfect little thing to give to them. So again, there they are, all in there. So there is our gift bag. And again, I like both sides. This was just one of those pieces. Okay, and then we've got the texture really made a difference in these cards. Okay, so there is our 4 cards that are in there, and then adding, of course, the coordinating little pieces, and these are scraps. This was a little strip that was left over from some other cards that I'm using in a fun fold, and I had just a strip, a 1.5 inch strip, and look at how handy that came in. It made those envelopes perfect to match. Okay, So there you go. You got like a full little class here on our 12th day of 25 days of lives. And now all you need to do is you can grab yourself, you probably already have them, a package of these note cards. Okay? And like I said, you could make either 4 or 5 sets depending on how many cards you put in there. If you're going to add as much texture and lift to your cards as I did here, then 4 is going to fit. If you wanted to do more than that, you could redo the sizing of your box. You could make it like, say, a 1 inch wide or larger. If you want me to help you think through that, I could definitely do that. It's a simple little just adjustment of the measurements just to make it a little bit deeper so that you could fit, you know, say 6 to 8 in there, right, if you wanted to. But I think if they're got this much wow and are really pretty, people are going to be grateful, and they can, you know, if you put a little tag on here rather than writing on here, they could reuse the box, right? Okay, so there we have it. Pretty good for day 12. Let me just see where I'm at. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now you guys can go for it. You can make some little gifts for the end of the summer or coming into fall. A nice thing to do at the beginning of the year is to have little sets of birthday cards because it's January. I always throw here a class called a birthday party bash. And people come and they make like 8 different birthday cards to get them started for the year. And yes, I will be doing that again in January for those of you watching that are close. Margaret, maybe that's a weekend you need to come to Victoria, I think. Anyways, I will let you know about classes and stuff that are coming up. I am still old school. I just started writing in my new book because it was one that's for more than a year. And so I'm just starting to block off my Christmas Stamp-A-Stacks. I'm going to be using September is going to be our adventure, our scenic adventures bundle, and registration is open now. A lot of you have popped in and registered already, but I will be doing for the month of October and November are going to be holiday themed. I was waiting to see what was coming out in the new catalog. As demonstrators, we were able to have a look at it just the other day. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on up here. I tell you, planning already. I am so excited for the holiday season coming up. If you need a holiday catalog, you're within Canada and you don't already have a demonstrator, you can fill in my catalog request form. I do have it in the link as well, and I can arrange for you to get a holiday catalog that's coming out. The holiday catalog doesn't go into effect until September, but I always have to let you know about this because it is definitely the best deal for you, is that there is always a starter kit that gets you $165 worth of products, and you pay just $135 and you don't pay any shipping costs at all. So it does save you a ton, and you get a discount of at least 20% on all your orders. So you don't have to do anything extra if you don't want to. In some ways, it could just be, it's like a Costco membership. You are getting Stampin' Up! Stuff at a deal all the time. And if you happen to, you get it at least for the first 5 to 6 months. And then from that point on, depending if you happen to purchase a certain amount within every 3 months, you get to continue to keep that discount. And if you don't, then you don't. Okay. But one of the things I wanted to say was, as demonstrators, as of August the 5th, we get to order from the holiday catalog, and we get to get all those products early. And we get to get a discount on it. And you could put it into your starter kit, which would even be a larger discount than actually the 20% off. So there is ways, it is worth it. And you know, if you would like to be part of my Stamp It Canadian team, we do have some fun for sure. And you always have my support in whatever you want to do. But you can reach out to me if that's something that interests you, being able to not have to pay full price for things and have some extra fun too. Okay, so I just wanted to put it out there because when we start to get pre-order, which is for every catalog, we get access to stuff a month beforehand. It is nice because some things when they go live, I mean, they sell out so quickly and you're paying full price, right? And you also, if you wonder, do you still get to take my classes? Yes. Do you still earn rewards on your orders? Yes. It's the best of both worlds. And in fact, my Stamp It Canadian team, I actually, they get my PDFs and my videos to my classes. So that's an extra little bonus as well. The kits they have to still purchase, but if they want to create their own and just do the PDFs and the videos, then they have access to those. It's like a library of them. Okay, it's called my craft corner. All right, so anyways, have a great day, rest of the day, and I will see you all tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So the schedule for this weekend, it is a long weekend here in Canada. Schedule is going to be, we got Labor Day, so on Monday, right? So we have got, no, not Labor Day. What are we on Monday? My goodness, the holiday. We're not into September, but there is a holiday in August. We do have tomorrow 9 a.m., Sunday 9 a.m. Monday, I have to figure out what my timing is going to be for my lives next week, but I'll do a post so that you know kind of a few days ahead of time, so you're not just kind of missing the lives. Okay? All right. Bye for now. Take care, everyone.